How close was Steve Kuclo to catching Big Ramy at the 2020 Arnold Classics? Judging by this first comparison, the front double bicep pose, not very. Not very close at all, and it is quite disappointing. I thought it would have been a closer race than this, but this is just one pose, and as we all know, giving somebody the win, judging solely on one pose, is very immature. Very immature indeed. But, I mean, come on. Both of these gentlemen, structurally speaking, the cream of the crop, for sure. Big Ramy definitely filled out a lot more in the thighs, looks better in the abs. Let's have the nighttime show. And I have to say, Steve Kuclo, sorry, that's a tongue twister and a half. He sure looks a lot better here. Big Ramy, I'm not so sure that he looks better at all. I think he looked better with the blue background footage. And I said before, I'm not exactly positive which one was the nighttime and which one was the morning. I think this one was the nighttime, but I said the opposite the last time, so doesn't make much sense, does it? I should really do my homework on this one. Somebody let me know in the comment section below, please. Not that I have time to read all your guys' comments. Anyway, Kuclo, like I said, looks better altogether here in the abs, muscle separation, but nowhere near close enough even in this one to catch Big Ramy, unfortunately. The front lat spread, again, it's all about levels, guys, and Big Ramy is Big Ramy for a reason, and Kuclo's not as famous. And it's exactly because of that reason. Big Ramy's outclassing him. Look at the lats. Look at the legs, the quads. Oh, my soul. Now this one, Kuclo again, he might look a little bit better, but I think Big Ramy here with the brown background footage, I think he looks even better than the blue footage here in the front lat spread. So Kuclo, what does he have to do to catch Big Ramy? A lot. Big Ramy has to basically fall to pieces for Kuclo to catch him. But for some strange reason, I think Kuclo will win the Olympia someday. I said that a long time ago. I still think it could happen, but not against a Big Ramy like this. If Kuclo does not improve and Big Ramy stays at this juncture, that's for sure. Look at the quality, not only the size of Big Ramy, but the quality. He really leans down in this pose, and I think that creates a lot more thickness in the quads and the hamstrings. I mean, come on, who could touch Big Ramy in the quad development? Not too many people. This one here, nothing doing. I mean, come on, Big Ramy is just flatlining Steve Kuclo in the upper body and in the lower body. Kuclo does not stand a chance. This is like a boxing match where the guy can't even see to swing a punch. He's just getting pummeled. In the back development, it was hard to get the sizes correctly here, but if I made Big Ramy any larger, I mean, the legs would have really been too dominant, I think. And you can see, as is Steve Kuclo, his legs look small in comparison, and I think that is about right between these two. Calves, of course, Steve Kuclo has a fantastic set, but I noticed in the front shots, I didn't mention it, but Ramy's calves look more lowly inserted, and that was just from the front. I'm not trying to pick a fight with any of you guys, but go rewind the tape, and you'll see what I mean. Muscle separation in the back development, better for Big Ramy. Now this one here, very interesting, and I didn't just select a bad shot for Big Ramy. All of his shots from the nighttime show, if this is the nighttime, he failed in the delivery of the shot, I guess. I don't know what happened, but I'm here to tell you, if a judge seen this comparison, he'd probably give it to Steve. Steve, again, I am very impressed in the rear double bicep. Look how much he has brought out those low lat insertions. Very prominent, and his traps are actually bigger than Big Ramy's. Ramy, his lats are fading away, I believe, as time goes on. Of course, Mamdouh still winning in the lag department. Not in the calves, though. Now, this version here, I think this one favors Steve even more. Could it be Steve's beating Ramy in the rear double bicep pose? Well, it's close. He's closer in the back shots than any of the front shots. Is he beating Mamdouh? Judging just by the last lat spread, I think maybe that would be the only point. Look at the outer lats of Ramy still, and the glutes, the legs, of course the calves, guys. Very debatable here in the rear double bicep. Now the ab and thigh. Steve's coming on strong at the end of this competition. Very interesting indeed. Those massive quads of Ramy are almost hurting him in this shot, coupled with those little wee calves. And Kuclo coming on strong as far as the calves are concerned here in the last couple shots. The abs, more bulbous, I guess, more three-dimensional for Ramy, but a three-dimensional gut, is probably not what you want in a shot like this. Flat stomach for Steve Kuclo, very flat indeed, but he doesn't have much for muscle separation in the abs. Still, at the end of the day, I would go with Steve Kuclo in the ab and thigh shot. Now, the most muscular, it's a totally different shot, and I don't like to judge even the most musculars. I mean, Ramy, he shies away from the crab position now, I am guessing, which is probably, to be honest with you, a good thing. Kuclo was hitting some awesome most musculars. Like I said, guys, I have high hopes for Steve Kuclo. And here in this version of the most muscular, upper body only, when you look at the arms, Kuclo, I think he might even be getting an edge. Of course, judged by the width of the clavicle, the massive pecs of Mamdouh, Elssbiay, Big Ramy, he may get an edge. As Tominator, the great Tominator says, he is as wide as a barn door. He's probably as wide as 2 barn doors. I guess these guys put together, they would be the big swinging barn door. No? No good? Well, anyway, forget you guys if you don't think that's funny. I think it's just hilarious. Not as wide as Steve Kuclo here in this shot, but I would say even a little bit more impressive. Slight edges, couple of slight edges to Steve Kuclo, but other than that, guys, this was a domination for Big Ramy, Mamdouh, Elssbiay, and I said several times, it's all about levels. Big Ramy just outclassed Steve Kuclo, but still, high hopes for Kuclo. But not enough to beat Big Ramy, Mamdouh, Elssbiay, nor will he have enough to defeat Big Ramy at the 2020 Mr. Olympia event, judging by this one. Hope you guys enjoyed this little comparison. Hit thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Have a good day.